Yeah, let me get straight into it. Supposed to do this earlier. Hit the like button coming in, definitely. And I had some things I wanted to say first, but that's why when I get the idea, I gotta say it as soon as it happens, because if I don't, I'm gonna lose thought about it or not really care about it later on. Yeah, I see everybody reacting to what Tia Fimo said. Man, ain't nobody got time for that, bro. To be honest with you. Everybody see what's going on, man. If everybody that's like I said, man, sometimes I be glad when dudes do stuff like that because they see who really real and who fake. All that street stuff, it ain't, people always talking about who tough and everything else, but when stuff like that go on, you find out who really tough. Ain't nobody on that type of time. These dudes won't bust a grape. I don't care how many knockouts they got. They ain't finna do nothing. Yeah, that's why when people tell me about these boxers, I'm not impressed. The boxer I've been bragging about is the one who ran up on Teofimo. Everybody else, they ain't doing nothing. So I don't know what y'all favorite boxers out here doing. And Teofimo out here calling these dudes out by name and calling them names. What's up, Jordan Smith? That's why when people say, "Oh, my favorite boxer do this," man, he won't even check Teofimo outside of the ring. Ain't nobody trying to hear about these boxers. They ain't tough. They telling me about boxers that won't defend themselves. Yeah, he'll do this. Man, he won't even stand up for himself against Teofimo. These guys ain't finna do nothing. If you don't think Terrence Crawford ain't a tough guy or that good or anything else, these other guys that's getting pumped by Teofimo, they're not anything to brag about. This is why I move the way I move. Just food for thought. It's a lot of it's a lot of people in boxing. As far as fans, it's good to be a fan and support everybody, but when you're heavily biased against certain people and you just support their counterparts just because you want to see them lose, I would consider that now it's a boxing whore. So there's a lot of whores in boxing as far as like fans, the way they look at boxers, it's past being a groupie. You know what I'm saying? It's past being a groupie. It's like jumping on a boxer's back and it's almost like, yeah, my favorite boxer, he'll do this. And they're starting a whole little army of people behind them and certain boxers. That's why certain narratives that get built up, it's like, oh yeah, anyway, save boxing. So that means every American promoter, if anyway save boxing, that means every American promoter is trash. So Turki Al-Sheikh is doing the right thing right now. We found the right guy. Him and Dana White. So America just admitted this weekend that we have no talent. Don't even check out American talent when it comes to boxing. I know everybody online right now. I see on Twitter acting like, what's going on, Aaron? What's up, dog? I know everybody on Twitter acting like they're a genius right now. Yeah, anyway, save boxing. So that means every fighter that you've been in my ear bothering me about recently is trash. Yeah, I know Jordan Smith, bro. I feel like there about a couple of people right now. I'm like, bro, yeah, man, it's difficult right now. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what nobody trying to do. That's why I ain't been trying to post about it too much on that, because I'm kind of like, I did as far as the Padley guy. I thought the Padley guy, was better than what people said, and he got a knockout recently. But yeah, I feel the same way about that. Feel the same way about that, man. The way things are moving right now is shaky. There's nothing sure yet right now. And the way people are calling people out now, it's like it's not even divisions no more. So right now, I'm kind of not really putting no kind of effort into unifications and undisputed. As a boxing fan, I'm kind of moving away from that. You know what I'm saying? Just the energy I'm getting from boxing, that hasn't really been the case. It's get the money first, then something else. And I'm hearing people say, oh, that's just for certain fighters. That's with every fighter. I don't know why people are trying to make it seem like it's just one or two fighters that's out here chasing money. People will say Ryan's chasing money, Devin chasing money. First of all, Tank ain't been trying to get no undisputed. So if anybody need to be calling somebody a money fighter, Tank. All these other guys. Terrence Crawford, the only fighter in boxing who's trying to fight the best and get it done. Everybody else had a reason to do anything else. People already said Terrence Crawford wasn't making no money. So he can't be the guy who been chasing money. I heard he was getting underpaid. He need to leave Bob and everything else. All the narratives that everybody been pushing have failed. And it's created a whole bunch of nothing. So yeah, I seen this weekend people were talking about Inoue getting dropped again by another Mexican with a left hook. They say Devin Haney can't get past a left hook. But I done seen Inoue get dropped by more different fighters with a left hook than Devin Haney. But people will say, oh, you people are fanning out when they support Devin Haney. I think people are fanning out when they support Inoue. Why would I support a fighter who can't get past a left hook by a Mexican? And everybody just want to look past it because, oh, man, he went and got the knockout. Let me tell you what's going on right now. They have been so biased in boxing. They have not built up any fighters in the last 10 years. So we're at the point right now where we finally get to give them the guys they want to have as the main events. They begged to have Ryan as a main event, Canelo. Then by Sunday, they talking about some Inoue got to save the weekend, and Devin Haney should have did better as a co-main event. Fighting Jose Ramirez. Who thought that fight was finna be fireworks? As far as a style matchup, these people don't know boxing. These people still ain't thinking back and being like, hey, that was a bad style matchup. People wonder why I wasn't super excited about the card. I was excited to watch it, but as far as matchups, man, these people don't know boxing. They think you can just throw Ryan Garcia and all these guys. Well, they thought Ryan was going to win, so if he would have won, they'll be happy. That's the real reason they ain't happy. Because Ryan ain't win. You got people mad because I posted a picture of Ryan saying RP, had an RP Haney shirt on. People actually mad about that video. A lot of people. You got a lot of secret closet Ryan Garcia fans running around right now, quiet, listening right now. Breaking their necks to hit the dislike button. Which is okay. Definitely do that so I can know that I have people who stalking me every day. People are so mad they want to hide in the shadow just to hit the dislike button. That's how mad they are. They like, yeah, this will stop them. Bro, these people are pathetic when it comes to boxing. They get every pick wrong. They can't they think we get picks wrong. These fans get picks wrong all the time. You got fighters getting dog walked. They're not even paying attention to it. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull up Steve Clagger versus Teofimo right now. I'm tired of playing games with these fake fans out here who don't watch the fights. Watch a fight, man. People talking about some Terrence Crawford, a loser, this guy. Watch the fights, man. Watch the fights. All this dick hopping and boxing is getting on my nerves now. We got grown men trying to explain why they like another man. Just say you love him. Don't explain to me why. It's two reasons. Either ethnicity or knockouts. No, I can't even say knockouts because they don't like Deontay Wilder. So ethnicity or looks. How these guys looks. I gotta say looks. I don't know. Some of these guys, you know, they Chipper Jones. They bad left and right. So I don't know. Yeah, YouTube be out here hating too, bro. I gotta find me a good video. So they don't be out here hating on me. Yeah, let me get these highlights. Dude was getting dog walked, getting worked on the ropes like an amateur. And you be having people, y'all be seeing, ain't nobody talking about boxing right now. They talking about trying to set up fights. Man, like Turkey don't need none of you cowards to set up no fight. Why these fans still talking about setting up fights? Why these fans acting like we need them to set up fights? I want to see this guy next. We don't need you to set up a fight. Shut up. We don't need you to set up a fight. Never have, never will. Somebody need to tell these fans we don't need them to set up no fights, man. Then they co-signing guys like this. Why? Because he's Spanish? Look at him. He's getting dog walked. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. All these diehard boxing fans just forgot about this. Look at this. I am so tired of fake boxing fans. I am not going to use my energy or my brain ever again when it comes to boxing. People actually watched this fight and forgot that this dude was getting dog walked on these ropes like this. Let me put this in slow-mo. Oh my God. Let me put this as slow as it can go because people don't see this. So I want everybody who's going to come by and hit the dislike to please see this. I am so fed up with fake just stuff in boxing where people can't tell the truth. They got to hide behind all these other fake things in boxing, like flags and stuff like that. We're just tired of that stuff. Steve Claggett. How many losses does Steve Claggett have? Hold on. Please excuse me real quick. I have to go figure out how many losses this guy have. I want to pull this up first because everybody are talking about Devin Haney, and I feel like they're full of crap. When they want to talk, oh, this guy, man, he look bad or this guy. Then you got people that you think, that's why I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all side, you don't trust anybody when it comes to boxing. These people are so weird. This is the easiest way you can find out about a racist is boxing. I don't know why. MMA is harder to find out who's racially biased than it is boxing. Boxing is easy. I don't know why. Yeah, hold on. Let me click back over to the video. My bad. Getting dog walked. So everybody's saying this. Everybody talking about Devin, man. What was he doing? Yeah, so while I'm talking about what I'm doing, so what we gonna talk about today? While this is rolling. Let me see. Let me think. Oh yeah, so Terrence Crawford and everything that's going on. So anyway, he's got dropped by the left hook multiple times, but Devin is famous for getting dropped by the left hook. But people are saying, oh, he saved boxing. He didn't nobody think that going 12 rounds with a PED user was impressive? Like none of these American cowards think that going 12 rounds with a PED user was impressive. A PED user who couldn't knock a feather off of Rolly Romero recently. He couldn't even put a mark on Rolly Romero. After Rolly got stopped by Eastside Cruz, who everybody said is too small for 140. Esau Cruz went 12 rounds with Ryo, and everybody says he's too small. The guy who gave Tank his hardest fight, everybody said, until Ryan fought Rolly, all of a sudden, Devin, and all of a sudden that was Tank's hardest fight. Yeah, man, people be, oh, man. Hey, I want y'all to go back and look at this fight and see if this fight was exciting. Look at all that running. Look at all that running that's going on. What? Look at all that running. This man is on the ropes. Hey, wasn't Haney on the ropes like that last week? Whoa. Wasn't Haney on the ropes like that last week? Oh, okay. But what round one said? Shout out to round one. As a fight fan, thank God I had one championship on Friday after the fight, and UFC Saturday as well. Yeah, UFC was jumping. Better main event and both finishes on second round, more action than the whole. Yeah. UFC was jumping. I watched PFL last week too. That was straight too. PFL and UFC was straight. Yeah, I watched it. Man, let me tell y'all. These people who in boxing right now, reporters and everything, they ain't finna build up the sport. Don't let the numbers and nothing fool you. They're not finna build up the sport of boxing. They are not finna build up the sport of boxing. I'm finna expose more things that's gonna get worse and get deeper and deeper. Pause. But I'm talking about as far as I'm gonna have some topics where it's gonna be like, nobody's gonna want to comment on it. Like these. But Turkey is basically stepping in and exposing a lot of stuff that's going on already. A lot of these guys look regular this weekend. Canelo and Ryan Garcia fought this weekend. And they're talking about how basically Inoue is the new face of boxing. But you just had Tank fight recently. You just had Canelo fight recently. And Ryan Garcia. But the first thing on everybody's mind is replace all them with Inoue. Tyson Fury too. So last year around this time when I was talking about Inoue, and I wasn't talking about Tank, wasn't talking about Canelo, except I was talking about Canelo and Jake Paul last year. I was telling everybody Ryan Garcia got a nice left hook before the Devin Haney fight, after he quit against Tank, before he quit against Rolly Romero again. So, yeah, all that happened. And people just look past it. And now everybody want to be like, oh, well, Inoue got dropped again. He got dropped last year. The fight he had last year and with Neary was more entertaining than this fight. If we were talking about exciting fights and that's all that mattered, why when Deontay Wilder was giving us exciting fights, nobody was talking about how he can be the face of boxing? Because he's giving us exciting fights and he's getting dropped. Now all of a sudden losses don't matter and getting dropped don't matter. Man, get the hell out of here. These fake boxing fans trying to figure out where to fit in right now. And they want to pick somebody who ain't from America. Don't tell me about these fighters over here in America. Ryan Garcia, none of these cowards. If you want to sit up here and give Inoue, talking about how he saved boxing, after you begged everybody to make Ryan Garcia the main event, and then how you want Canelo to be treated like the face of boxing. As soon as he treated like the face of boxing, now everybody want to throw other boxers under the bus. I'm tired of hearing, oh, this fighter just ain't come to fight. Damn, how many fighters is not going to come to fight? How many fighters is Canelo going to pick that's not going to come to fight? I'm tired of hearing this stuff. Y'all are licking these dudes' butts. This is beyond, you're not a man the way you're talking about boxing. I don't know if anybody telling any of y'all, you're not a man the way you're talking about boxing. How many fighters is not gonna come to fight that Canelo gonna keep picking because he's too scared to step up his competition and move out the way? Then instead of Canelo moving out the way, y'all sit up here and pick anyway. Yeah, I don't like the rest of these fighters from America, so guess what? I stay in America, and I argue with people about voting and stuff, but I'm gonna go with anyway. Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. Y'all fake out here. Then argue with me about how Terrence Crawford ain't ready. Y'all know boxing so well. So at 32 years old, anyway is good enough at 32. But when Terrence Crawford is 36, 37, you don't know that he's good enough. But you know that anyway is good enough, though. You said Skull fight the traditional Cuban style boxing? Ramon, first of all, I haven't heard any Cubans taking up for William Skull since he lost. The Cuban fans in boxing are a huge disappointment, and they fake as hell. I haven't heard any fake Cuban fans of boxing taking up for William Skull. But they was trolling me about Morrell recently. Where are these dudes to take up for William Skull? That's why I ain't finna take up William Skull. I said a couple of videos. That's it. Y'all, so everybody want to be so play sides and I don't support American fighter. I just only support Cubans. Well, okay, take up William Skull then. Let's see how strong your fan base is and how strong your country is by supporting William Skull. These Cuban fans ain't standing up for William Skull, but they want to troll somebody and talk about how fighters ain't good enough. Man, I ain't trying to hear that stuff no more. I'm calling everything out this year. If you got balls and you got thick skin and you ain't a punk, well, you'll enjoy over here. If you want to troll, your feelings gonna get hurt. Simple as that. If you want to hear the truth, then enjoy it. Too many fake boxing fans, man. Too many. Dude was on the ropes the whole fight. And I'm not playing this back. This is the highlights of the fight. This is how the whole fight went as far as this Tiafimo thing that's in the background. This is how the whole fight went. So I'm not playing highlights. This is not a repeat. This is not on loop. I'm not playing this over and over. This is the highlights from round 1 to 12. Dude is absolutely garbage. I don't know if people understand that. I don't like to argue about garbage all day. I haven't learned anything from my fans since I've been out here, man. These dudes ain't telling the truth no more. They so biased, bro. I can't respect it, bro. That's why I talk like I ain't got no respect, because I don't. How can I respect this? They letting Tiafimo out here talk like this, then they'll have a problem with me. Man, get out of here. You said if I'm guilty of supporting my people, I'll be guilty of that. Who is your people, Ramon? I hope you ain't Cuban. Are you Cuban? Because if so, none of y'all ain't supporting William Skull. And when I support my people like you give me a hard time like you did yesterday. And then you run off and go quiet. And then you say little subliminal messages like this. People like you is irritating to me. Then you came back over here. You had a problem with what I said, but then you'll come back over here though. People like you are like an itch. I hate when people say that shit. Oh, I want to support my own people. Why the fuck do you got to tell everybody that you want to support your own people? Why do these fake ass fans in boxing keep doing that? They want to hide being racist. As me, I'm just being a fan of my own people. Shut the fuck up, and nobody wants to hear that shit no more. If it's anything I'm gonna do in boxing when I leave here, I don't care if I have 1 subscriber when I leave this. One thing I'm gonna do from now on is I'm gonna make sure that these punk ass fans like Ramon won't be able to hide their racism as, oh, I'm supporting my own country. Nobody wants to hear that fake ass shit no more. TFMO doing that punk ass shit right now. And punk ass dudes like Ramon support that shit. I don't know who us is. But like I said, nobody's opinion. I don't want to hear opinions. I want to hear facts. Ain't no opinion finna get me no goddamn money. Ain't no opinion ever did shit for nobody out here. That's why a lot of y'all is wasting time out here in life. That's why a lot of y'all is betting on dudes who can't win a fucking fight, who don't have a left hook, that's on PEDs. And your racism is so fucking strong that you lost money because you believed in Ryan Garcia's left hook. A dude who was caught cheating. And you think the whole system would go against a guy that looks just like them. You're more brain dead than the rest of us. Do y'all know that these people that don't think racism and everything else exists, they're more fucked up in the head than the people who actually cry about racism all day? Do y'all know that? These people aren't even in their own country, and they sit around here and say, so they left their country because they had issues in their country. But then they'll come to our country while we're sitting in our country, and we'll tell them we have issues with our country. And they'll be like, oh, I don't know about that. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I just like this guy. Oh, shut the fuck up. These dudes is pussy out here. Dudes like Ramon is pussy. Has nothing to do with the opinion. This dude's pussy. Straight up. Yeah, you do, man. That shit, shut up. Keep talking. Shut up. Why do you fake ass fans keep having to announce that you got to support your own people? That shit sounds dumb as fuck. It sounds like where you come from, y'all don't support your own people. How about that? It sounds like where you come from, you don't support your own people. And I got zero respect today, because dudes be kissing TFMO racist ass. They didn't want to come over here and try to check me. I wish somebody would check me. Come on. Check me right now. Over some boxing. Because y'all take shit way too serious over boxing, so. Dude ain't even that good. Even Orlando Salido goddamn beat Lomachenko, so the fuck what? Who cares this guy beat Lomachenko? So what? You said betting for fools? No. Fans who lose are fools. Fans who lose are fools. I'm pretty sure your racism is so strong you can never put a bet down on Devin Haney. So yeah, people like you are definitely gonna lose money. Why would you bet on a Devin Haney fight, even though he's never lost a fight? Why would you put money down? Why would you bet your house on that? You couldn't do it. Racism ain't that strong. It's pathetic, to be honest with you. Because if you was dominating and if you was the best, if your people was the best, you wouldn't have no problem with what things are going on right now. I don't even know what I don't even use the word erotic between a man. I don't use that word, erotic. I'm out of here. Bro, I'm finna block you. First of all, you got to make a new account. Just the energy I get from you, I don't know. Trust my gut on this one. I don't like it. You won't be able to come back. But yeah, like I was saying, these guys like this guy, we have to get these type of people out of boxing. First of all, what I'm starting to see now is people will react when these dudes say things, and it's cowardly. It's like every time somebody say something, I'm starting to get like everybody else now. Like, damn, bro, we tired of hearing y'all cry about the N-word. Because y'all ain't going to do nothing. Shit, you ain't finna do nothing. All of y'all got a chance to walk past the dude, bump shoulders. You ain't finna do nothing. The one boxer who did do something, y'all talking about he don't want to fight nobody. Now, Terrence Crawford, the only boxer to check this guy, but everybody else talking about some, oh man, Terrence Crawford ain't trying to fight nobody. Why your favorite boxer ain't checked Teofimo Lopez? Since that nigga so tough. Why he ain't checked Teofimo? And this dude got walked down by a fucking dude with 8 losses last year. 8 losses. This dude ain't even good enough to even talk like this. But racism is so strong in boxing, they like, we just gotta get this guy a place in boxing. Somewhere. Please. Hasn't had a knockout in God knows how long. If he looks good, people are just like, yeah, man, who cares? Oh, Devin Haney, he got to look perfect, man. Y'all like how he fought this weekend? What about when Steve Claggin the Teofimo? Do y'all know that none of these people was saying anything about this Teofimo and Steve Claggin fight after he fought this dude? Nobody was talking about it. Bob Arum thinking about kicking this dude off of Top Rank and everything else, and this dude over here. And everybody like, yeah, man, he just called out Boots, though. He said something about Terrence Crawford fight, too. Man, people are just hung up on names. Look at his performance by this guy. He's on the ropes the whole time. Why is boxing getting so shitty? Why is the OGs fucking up boxing? These niggas love one boxer this much, they'll fuck the whole sport up? Why are they dick riding boxers so much now? Damn, I can't respect none of these dudes. People like, man, why y'all support these other boxers? Because they only love their daddy. They not ringside trying to be friends with other guys. I'm not a fan of any boxer that was waving the flag ringside for Canelo or Ryan. Not because it's Ryan and Canelo is Mexican. It's just that doesn't even, bro, I wouldn't support that if my teammate was doing that. I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? Oh, that's my cousin. Bro, we over here. All right. That what's up? I mean, man, who raised these dudes? Oscar like, man, these dudes don't even punch back. I can't even play fair with these dudes. These dudes laying down. You know what I'm saying? Oscar love it when, as far as the back and forth with Bill. I know he take, because he like, shoot, ain't nobody else gonna say nothing. Oscar gonna be like, what you gonna do? Oh, I ain't gonna do nothing, Oscar. I'm not gonna do nothing, sir. So first of all, I'm gonna go through a couple of things. Everybody said that guys was overpaid. I'm hearing the narratives come out right now. One narrative I'm hearing right now is they're saying that boxers are overpaid. That's why they performed the way they did this weekend. Didn't y'all just say that Dana White wasn't gonna be able to pay these boxers because they want too much money? Now y'all saying that boxers should be paid less so they can perform better? That sounds like Dana White's game plan. These fans are idiots. They will sit up here and disagree with you until their feelings tell them how to feel. Then they let their feelings agree with you. So now their feelings are saying that boxers are overpaid because they feel like the fight over this weekend wasn't good enough until Inoue saved boxing. Even though a Mexican fighter, before Inoue got in the ring, had a better performance, where he didn't have to get dropped to put somebody out of there. But you know, even the Mexican fans are they're biased. You can tell. They just look past Rafael Espinoza, probably one of the best fighters in the world right now. He probably ain't pound for pound number 1 or 2, but the guy that Inoue ain't finna jump in the ring with him right now. So, but guess who they give respect to? The guy who Inoue beat. So the Mexican fighter who actually went out there and got a knockout and looked special, Look like something we never seen before on Earth. He don't get no credit, but yeah, anyway, he saved boxing. You know, he got knocked down, then got up, and he swung his arms like Wilder, and I was just so impressed. Man, I done seen Inoue throw punches like Wilder, and I ain't heard nobody talk about how he can't box and he just throwing punches. And I'm dead serious when I say that. I'm super serious. I'm dead serious when I say that. I am serious as a heart attack. Some of the time, this dude is just punching as hard as he can. This dude was standing straight up when he got dropped. Everybody else that got dropped, they break down why the fighter got dropped. People say, oh man, look what he did. He was doing this and this and this. This dude gets dropped, nobody say nothing. So Dana White's licking his lips right now saying, oh, okay. Bet, we just got to have exciting fights, that's it? That's all we got to do? Okay. That's a low standard, but we can do that. The fans have nitpicked boxing so bad, it's gotten to a point now where they're just like, we got all the fights we wanted to see as far as, you know, these guys, as far as Teofimo being discussed with Boots and everybody else. Yeah, these are just straight highlights now. That's it. But people will tell you how this dude is a superior boxer. Oh, I didn't like the performance. I seen this dude had the same kind of performance as Haney had recently. Where's the biasness coming from? It's extreme right now. It's getting out of hand, y'all. Just being real. It's getting out of hand. Making money has now become more important than actually telling the truth. That's a scam, man. Everything a scam now. What's going on, J man? What's up, dog? So, yeah, I'm gonna have to run that Steve Claggett and Teofimo back again, bro. So I want y'all to see in the background, you just gonna see Steve Claggett, who now has like 8, 9, 10 losses, walk down Teofimo. Now, did y'all see Jose Ramirez walk down? So my question is this right here. So everybody is impressed by this? So the man got knocked down by a guy with this many losses. Is everybody impressed by this? I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering, what's going on? This man is getting walked down by this. He's on the ropes most of the fight by this guy. That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, when I'm having conversations about boxing, like, are these people mentally okay, bro? Did they not see this man sit on the ropes the entire fight? A guy with almost 10 losses? And they talking about, man, we need to see some exciting, man. We need to see some. What was exciting about this? I mean, dude, lucky we ain't asking him if he on the sauce or something, because, bro, where's your knockouts going? Have you been weight bullying? Because I'm going to tell you something else. You know how I'm going to show y'all how real I am, because when you hear me say something, it's going to be the first time. I can accuse this dude of weight bullying right now. Why he ain't getting no knockouts at 140? Why he ain't getting no knockouts? Why everybody walking him down? Everybody think he gonna go to 147. He gonna go 147, and you gonna see his skeleton shake. He gonna go to 147. You gonna see a skeleton shake. That's what's gonna happen. If he get what you gonna do, bro? What you gonna do with boots like this? Anybody who let their hands go. Man, no power. Yeah, like I was saying. Turki Al-Sheikh is looking at this right now. He's figuring out who the frauds are. He's seeing that everybody begged Turki Al-Sheikh recently. Turki, make a fight with Canelo, please. Please, Turki. Make a fight with Canelo. We want to see Canelo, Ryan, Teofimo. All them, please, Turki. Just make the fight. Turki like, well, who? They like anybody, Turki. Just anybody. Turki like, all right, I'm going to do that. Turki made the fight happen. Now everybody like, oh, boy, thank God. Bob Arum at Top Rank. And anyway, save boxing. Woof. Man, that was a close one. Thank God, boy. Anyway, I appreciate that, boy. Turki like, what about Canelo? Y'all told me to get Canelo, and I got Munguia too. Y'all know Munguia fought this weekend, right? Turki like, y'all know Munguia fought. That McCauley guy y'all been telling me about too, he fought with FA. Y'all ain't see those fights? Anyway, thank God, boy. Appreciate that anyway. That boy saved boxing. What about Tank? He just fought Lamont Roach. Anyway, thank you, boy. Appreciate that. What about the pound for pound? Y'all said this guy was. Anyway, thank you. Man, these dudes out here looking crazy, boy. They be arguing about stuff all day. And after 2 or 3 fights, they throw away their game plan like they Bill Belichick. These dudes send fighters on the bench before the Super Bowl like Belichick. This is insane. Just horrible performances, man. Everybody just closed their out. That's why I said the Devin Haney stuff that's going on right now. Bro, this is Teofimo's last fight, bro. Teofimo had this fight in the middle of the summer. It wasn't nothing going on during this day. So everybody that didn't want to check into this fight, this was on ESPN. So everybody who didn't want to see this fight, they didn't want to see this fight. Everybody who didn't want to go back and rewatch this fight, trust me, they didn't really want to rewatch this fight. So the hype behind, bro, it's just, and the critique behind Devin Haney, people like, you ain't gonna say nothing about Haney this weekend? Bruh, y'all lucky I gave Teofimo a pass, bro, for this fight. I think he cried after this fight or something like that. Bruh cried after this. And nobody has no memes. Got 2 black eyes from Steve Claggett. And guess what, J-Man? He got a black eye this weekend from Barbosa. Let me go find that picture. Man, I should have saved that picture before I got on here. I'm unprepared. Man, I don't even know where I got the picture from. Man, let me see. I know it wasn't today. I know it wasn't yesterday. Man, it's a lot of. Yeah, this dude had a black eye though. I don't think it was on. Could have been on Twitter. I don't know. Oh, okay, I can go through them real quick. Bet, let me see. All right, I can find them right now. Oh yeah, Jake Paul. Hey, you know what's crazy? Jake Paul trolled Ryan Garcia before some of these boxers out here did. Man, a lot of these dudes are suckers, man. I'm being real with y'all. A lot of people favorite fighters, man. These dudes are suckers in real life. Like real suckers. Like I wouldn't even stand around these dudes. Yeah, a lot of these dudes is really suckers in real life. Yeah, exactly. Steve Claggett and dudes is complaining about it. Oh, what other fighters is doing? Man, let me find this picture, man. Hopefully I can find it real quick. I probably done went too far away. I can't find it probably. Hold on, I'm finding some pictures. Hopefully I can find the picture. Yeah, but Tiafimo, man, he no, I ain't got it. Yeah, Tiafimo, man, he just don't got it right now, man, to be honest with you, bro. He ain't, like I put my video out earlier, bro got a whole bunch of personal problems. Anytime you're a professional boxer, you're a millionaire, you got a girl got you crashing out like you is, I can't take you serious anyway. Yeah, let me find this picture real quick, man. I just want to show y'all this dude's face after he fought recently. That's all I want to do. I just want to show you the picture of this dude's face recently. I know I got it saved somewhere. If I can't find it, I'll just get it later. Yeah, I can't find it. I'll get it later. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff going on in boxing, man. He said people try to act like Dev and Regis and Ryan with tune-ups. Exactly. Man, look, man, a lot of these dudes, bro, a lot of these people out here in boxing, they do not like Devin Haney, dog. I don't know why it is. I don't know why it is. I know a lot of reasons why, because I'm really, you know, I come from the same kind of areas they do, so I know the real reason why a lot of it is. That's why they don't never address it. But yeah, he at 147 he cooked, bro. Anybody who trying to walk Teofimo Lopez at 147 don't know nothing about boxing. Matter of fact, that's why I was trying to get Ryan Garcia's nose knocked off, because I knew if he would have fought a real 147, people talking about Ryan Garcia can jump in the ring with Terrence Crawford. Y'all was finna get his career ended. It's a couple of boxers. If y'all would have got y'all wishes, these dudes would be somewhere in a wheelchair. People think this is a video game or something. Y'all gonna mess around and get Ryan Garcia put somewhere, it ain't gonna be nice. Because I think Matias would have put Ryan Garcia in the hospital, if you want to be real about it. I think, because Rolly, he do a little thinking. Pitbull would have put a whooping on Ryan. Ryan would have had to lay down, do some more quitting. But trust me, man, this dude's career is finished, bro. Telling you. I told these fans last year you could save your guy. They ain't want to do it. People mad, man. Haney need to. I heard Haney trying to take the video down off the zone. Just petty stuff. What this got to do with Ryan Garcia right now? I'm saying the same thing I was saying last year. What does anything Haney got going on right now got to do with Ryan Garcia's career being over? Ain't nobody talking about who they want to see him fight. I heard they talking about Blair Cobbs and other guys, more 140s and 35s. They don't know not a 47 that Ryan should fight. They're not trying to put him in the ring with Boots. Boots would destroy Ryan Garcia right now. Have y'all heard anybody say Ryan Garcia should fight Boots right now? They talking about Teofimo Lopez. The same Teofimo I just got through showing. Damn. Is anybody gonna start giving some respect to people in fights? Like, what's going on, man? They trying to march out anyway like he gonna save boxing. How is he gonna save boxing when y'all don't even know? People don't even know the people that Terrence Crawford fought. If Terrence Crawford had fought number bums, how is anyway gonna save boxing when you don't even know the people he fought? If you don't know the people that Terrence Crawford fought, how is anyway gonna save boxing when you don't know the people that he fought? So we got dudes out here who don't know who Terrence Crawford fought, but they know who Inoue fought. Could y'all make that make sense, please? Can anybody make that make sense? We got fake experts out. These dudes be faking it, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. These dudes be faking it till they make it. They are faking it. They are faking it till they make it. You know, you got boxing fans out here who didn't know nobody that Terrence Crawford fought before he fought Earl Spence, but they'll sit out here and tell me, yeah, man, in a way, he just saved boxing. Why y'all gotta call everybody a bum? Bro, that's what you've been doing. Every time Deontay Wilder fought somebody, you said they was a bum. Bro, we ain't even got into the fights yet, to be honest with you. These ain't even the fights we asked for yet. And dudes is already pump faking. Why they got so much pump faking going on in boxing? They so pathetic. They got to pick guys just because they say the N-word. Oh, I like Teofimo, you know. But it's pathetic. No talent for real. Trying to grow the sport. You got fighters talking down on other fighters saying they trash. They got fake belts. You got people wanting to promote certain fighters like they Dunn King or something. You got people that don't like Dunn King that acting like Dunn King. You got people that don't like Bob Arum that's acting like Bob Arum. You got people that don't like Eddie Hearn that's talking like Eddie Hearn. Yeah, man, as a fan, bro, you got to realize you got to watch who you promoting and who you supporting. Because if they're not in line with what you in line with, you're going to feel disgusted and you're going to start to hate. You ain't going to like them. Instead of not just dealing with them, you ain't going to like them. You're going to lash out at them. So at the end of the day, just figure out if you're in line with what these fighters align with and just keep it pushing. That's why when I support a fighter, I don't stop supporting because I know what I'm dealing with. A lot of people's problem is they supporting people who got fake personas and fake facades. And then when they get fooled by it, they want to get mad at everybody else. You got to remember this promotion, this boxing. This ain't real life. Y'all taking stuff serious. These dudes ain't even thinking about something. They taking tweets to heart, and these dudes like, man, I don't even remember that. So yeah, it's definitely funny right now. But I see that Terrence Crawford right now is starting to get a little more respect after Canelo looked like some boo-boo this weekend. Y'all notice how, like I said before, I gotta repeat it. Everybody giving Terrence Crawford more of a chance now of winning because Canelo looked trash. People so scared to say Canelo looked trash. That's crazy. People are afraid to get on here and just be like, man, Canelo look trash. I'm sorry to say it to everybody, but Canelo been looking like that trash. I'm tired of seeing this dude fighting every time. People like, man, well, the guy didn't come to fight. So Canelo has picked like 4 or 5 guys in a row who didn't come to fight. But he don't want to fight Benavidez. And then I'm going to tell you how embarrassed people are of Canelo's performance. They are so embarrassed. And this is something I want y'all to pay attention to. Now, Canelo didn't have a good fight, good performance. They say Haney ain't have a good fight, good performance. But they don't even bring up the fact that Canelo's even 2-time undisputed from that fight. Do y'all notice that? I know I'm already saying too much already, but you know, this is how I do things. So it's going to be different when you hear this from me. They psychologically, over the years, I'm going to start breaking things down to where you actually can understand. But psychologically, without them actually saying it out loud, I can prove that they think Canelo lost. They not even saying Canelo 2-time undisputed. And shout out my dog J Man. They not even saying that Canelo's undisputed. I got so many things racing through my mind, so I'm gonna be all over the place. I done forgot like 10 things already. But that's one of them I remember. But they don't even think that Canelo, like they're not even treating him like a 2-time undisputed. They didn't announce it. The whole reason why Canelo didn't fight Terrence Crawford is because they wanted Canelo to be 2-time undisputed. Technically, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and this is gonna be something even crazier. Technically, Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight Devin Haney this weekend. That's why the commercial was like that. That's why Oscar ain't said nothing before the fight or after the fight about the rematch. So, or the commercial, or why the commercial was like that. That's why the media ain't asking. You ain't hear no media members ask about why the commercial only had Ryan. Then Rolly's talking about, it's disrespectful. First of all, dummy, you was a late replacement. This dude's an idiot. Rolly's an idiot, y'all. Rolly's so dumb, he don't remember that he was a late replacement, everybody. He thinks that he was putting the commercial late because he wasn't a late replacement. This dude's an idiot. No disrespect to him, but I'm just putting that out there because he's talking too much. God damn. Shit, you should have been talking after that pit bull fight. No disrespect to him. He can celebrate, but damn, bro, you talking too much lately. This week, he been talking way too much. I seen Haney get undisputed. He wasn't talking this much. God damn. Yeah, man, that was disrespectful, man. They ain't put me in the commercial. You was a late replacement. They fitted you in February. What the hell is this dude talking about? Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight Devin Haney. We all know that. Duh. This dude's crazy, man. I like Rolly, but come on, man. Quit saying dumb stuff. This dude's an idiot, man. Yeah, they try to disrespect me. How they disrespect you putting you as a main event on a fight card that had Jose Ramirez and everybody on the undercard? Teofimo was your Liam fight, and you talking about you were disrespected. Come on, man. What are these guys talking about these days? These fighters is insane these days. And I hate to bring it up because I like what Rolly did this weekend. And I knew he was coming to fight too. Real talk. I knew he was coming to fight. But how you disrespect that you fighting Ryan Garcia in Times Square? Something that ain't never happened before, that fighters that did way more in boxing than you ever will do. That's, never had a chance. But you fighting Ryan Garcia at Times Square. You know how many boxers I could think off the top of my dome that probably deserve that more right now that's probably fighting? And then y'all still ain't show up like that for real? Come on, man. Everybody talking about we want to see exciting fights. They don't want to see no exciting fights. They don't want to hold fighters accountable. And I'm going to tell you right now, they throwing away Canelo without people even understanding that. They don't even want to say this dude 2-time undisputed. Don't even want to say it. Because they don't feel like he earned it. That ain't something they wanted to celebrate. It would have been a bad look. People would have had more of a reaction if everybody would have said, oh, Canelo was 2-time undisputed. Do y'all understand nobody in the media said this? I got to think about this now. That's how you know all these dudes are getting paid. I'm going to say this right now because they can't really prove it. You can't sue me for saying this, but hey, everybody that didn't announce that Canelo was 2-time undisputed, they all getting paid. That's basically everybody, right? I ain't gonna say everybody, but you know what I mean. The big people who's supposed to do it, that are like Canelo News all day. They ain't even announcing this dude on newspapers or nothing. They didn't put the word out. Do not announce this dude is 2-time undisputed, please. He did not get a knockout. But yeah, Canelo was supposed to fight Terrence Crawford this weekend, and Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight Devin Haney. But people are not going to hold them accountable. But they'll come up with other fake things as far as, oh, this guy's ducking, that guy's ducking. I could tell y'all a million things they said about the Haney Garcia thing that never came true. But I just said something that's true. And nobody is going to talk about it. Not as far as because I said it. I'm just talking about period. It's not being talked about. Every time. Even when Spence fought Ugas, they talking about, oh, we want to see the Crawford fight. We don't want to see this. You can ask Turki any kind of question you want, and people not even asking them questions. Y'all notice the media not even asking Turki hard questions now? They don't really want the answers from Turki because they want to push them narratives. They don't want to be out here like, hey, Turki, who next? Hey, what's going on with this? They don't want to do that. Because it's not going to help them push their little narratives as far as, what they want to say and get out there. But it's disappointing right now. People got to understand, to be a boxer fan and to be associated with the boxing community as a whole is a bad look right now, because boxing is looked at as a very toxic sport that has no knowledge. They argue about knockdowns and dudes taking knees and how to score a fight. Just from an outsider, people like, nah. Looks like savagery. You know what I'm saying? Look like pit bulls fighting over one piece of steak. Because it ain't no facts no more. I mean, we're getting the fights that's happening right now. All the fights you wanted to see this weekend, and people only focusing on 1 or 2 fights. So that lets you know right now, you can have Canelo, or you can have Ryan Garcia, and Haney, and Teofimo, and Bacoli, and Jaime Munguia, Rafael Espinoza. You can have Inoue and all those guys fight on a one weekend. But they only gonna talk about 1 or 2 guys. But then they'll go around on everybody's channel talk about how they don't talk about no other boxers except 1 or 2 boxers. Bro, they talking about people that's not even the main event. We just had basically the faces of boxing fight this weekend. And they're not even talking about the main events. Not even talking about it. Which is insane to me, but, Yeah, those guys could have fought this weekend, man. Those guys is holding boxing back. Once we get guys like this out of the way, it'll be all right. We're not selling enough tickets to put certain boxers on a pedestal. People got to understand that. The special treatment, Floyd did it and everything else, those days are over. You ain't selling enough tickets doing all that. You're not Floyd. You can't bring somebody out here that got whooped by Floyd and say, oh, he gonna be the guy that's take us to the promised land. It ain't happening, man. It's over. It is over. These people are slowly walking away from Canelo. I can feel it. They announced him and Terrence Crawford got in the ring after the fight. People like, who cares? But then they'll complain about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. They making Mike Tyson and Jake Paul for the people that's complaining about Terrence Crawford and Canelo. At this point, boxing, like, we got something for everybody at this point. You want to see a fake fight or a real fight? But yeah, man, getting walked down by a guy with 8 losses is horrible, man. It's embarrassing. And for people to overlook that, it has to be about something else other than just boxing. And then everybody want to come and say, oh, I'm a boxing expert, though. Oh, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, though. It's my opinion, remember it? What your opinion got to do with this? These dudes act like we cavemen. We don't got technology. Like I just gotta walk around and take their opinion for it. We got Google and everything. I got Google, I got Siri, I got Alexa, I got all these AI things that's coming out right now. I got video evidence that I can pull up on the internet that never been around until the 21st century, really. It was here in the 20th century, but not advanced like it is now. And dudes talking about, yeah, you gotta take my opinion for it. Your opinion? Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm good on that. I just like somebody trying to sell a bag of weed or something and then talking about some, yeah, man, it's smoking. You just gotta take my opinion for it. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight. These dudes do bad business out here, man. Y'all gotta understand that. That's why dispensaries is all over the place. These dudes don't keep it 100. That's why they got dispensaries all over the place. You ain't never need a dispensary in America until everybody starts scamming. It don't matter how guaranteed the money gonna be. Dude still got a scam. AKA Ryan Garcia. It don't matter how good everything is or how easy the money is, how guaranteed it is. They still gonna sit up here and make a big deal about it. But my thing is, what I don't like about boxing right now, man, they giving Ryan a pass for taking this PED. They made a big deal about it. And now everybody going silent on it. Now everybody going silent on it. It's embarrassing, to be honest with you. It shows that nobody cares about boxing in the sport no more. They don't care about boxing no more. They don't care about boxing no more. They literally giving everybody all access. You got a chance to, comment and, people be tweeting at the boxers and everything and more technology. And they want to bring in more criminal activity in the boxing, more cheating, more scamming, more narratives. You got thousands of boxers. Why you got to build up one guy? Why that guy can't prove himself? Why we got to explain how good his left hook is? Why he can't go out there and just prove it? Why dudes are sitting on the ropes like Teofimo right now, and people are saying this is a good style and this is a good boxer? Why is this getting congratulated? Why is everybody looking at this and saying this is the guy? Why is his fights being forgotten about, losing to Kambosos, and everybody else like Haney is on a microscope? I'm peeping game because I see how psychologically most people are more careful with Teofimo and Ryan, and with Haney it's just like, oh man, he got to do this and he better do that. Yeah, what about this guy fighting Kambosos or something? They ain't gonna get back to real boxing no more. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. If we keep giving guys like this attention, boxing ain't gonna go nowhere, bro. The shock value stuff, that junk weak. It's super weak. It's actually showing how immature boxing is right now and how low it really is as far as entertainment value. People get more entertainment from boxers outside the ring than they is inside the ring. And they like it. A fight like this from Teofimo, they ain't finna stop nobody from supporting. Haney, yeah, they'll be like, oh, well, he was on the back foot after fighting a PD user? Oh, man, he ain't good. He a bum. Then it's kind of showing right now that, okay, sports is dangerous. Unless it's a fight with Turkey out of sheet. I'm gonna be real with y'all too. Unless it's a fight with Turkey out of sheet, I don't know if these dudes is on the juice or not. I'm gonna be real with you. So anybody bragging about a fight outside of them, be like, yeah, it's cool. But the fact that ain't nobody pay attention to PDs and calling it out, your opinion is alright, but it really don't matter at this point. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter. Because it's too much biasness in boxing. Way too much. And I be talking about this all the time. I was just talking about this 2 days ago. As far as with the Ryan thing. I see how fast everybody moves on from certain fighters because they really not that important. I told everybody, they gonna talk, if Ryan lose, they not finna say nothing about it. They gonna move on. They don't care about who he fights next. They gonna go back to talking about him fighting UFC fighters like they're doing now. They gonna jump from channel to channel capping. They gonna keep pushing fake narratives in boxing that don't grow the sport. Ain't nothing nobody has done on YouTube has helped boxing over the years, in my opinion. And I ain't talking about just content creation. I'm talking about just as far as the boxing industry. They have done nothing to help push the people who do try to do things for boxing. They'll mess with their channels. They want to have certain narratives pushing boxing. Boxing is not good enough naturally to these promoters. These promoters are not good enough to push boxing just based off of their skills and everything else. They want to pick certain people that they favor or have personal kind of attraction to, whether it's looks or whatever kind of, I don't know. Hey, these billionaires, they be acting weird, so I don't know. Maybe they like how some of these boxers look, so maybe they picking guys like that and they just want to push them through the door. Because from what I seen, it definitely got to be the looks because people be talking about Wilder's legs, so that might be one of the things right there. But yeah, they giving guys way too many passes though, and they doing too much favoritism and biasness. Like it's gonna be fans. Eventually, it's gonna be a lot of fans, and it's gonna be like hockey in a minute. You're gonna be watching it by yourself because in boxing, you do need, as far as a fan base to go against or whatever, to have some kind of rivalry. You know, like Puerto Rico, Mexico. But in a minute, they just gonna be watching boxing by themselves in a minute. A lot of people ain't gonna be tuning in. A lot of people ain't tuning in now. And the more that people get as far as the fights they want to see, and the more biasness they see as far as that's in their face, they think that some fans is gonna pay attention to it, but people ain't gonna pay attention to boxing. You always gonna have people that's gonna participate, but it's a reason why people aren't buying the fights like that. And as time goes on, it's gonna be less and less people that actually gonna pay, unless the fights is like $5 or something. It's gonna be less and less people. You just had Ryan and Rolly fight this weekend, and ain't nobody even trying to talk about the fight. So it ain't too much you can do in boxing to get people talking. It's a wrap. Just talk about Ryan Garcia for a whole year. Told everybody on earth this is one of the best fighters available. And don't even talk about the guy after he takes one little loss. It's crazy. It just shows the importance in boxing. And then people look at me crazy when I say, man, I don't care about Ryan like that. They don't even know what Teofimo's last fight looked like. But they swear these the guys that'll beat Terrence Crawford, though. People actually take that serious. People actually entertain that. People are actually insane out here. They are actually insane. Man, I can't. Bro, when I heard Carl Anthony Towns say, yeah, man, if Ryan just land that left hook, I never heard something on TV irritate me to death. When I tell y'all, I will never hear about that left hook again. And these people have been talking about that left hook every day. And after one fight, the very next fight, that's how you know these people are bandwagons. Ryan Garcia got a lot of bandwagon fans. Most of these fans are not talking about Ryan Garcia right now are bandwagons. I told y'all this. These people are bandwagon fans. They only support him for one reason, crashing out. That's it. Bandwagon fans. If this man don't post nothing about Devin Haney, they don't care. Gotta think about it. I'm being real. I don't want to expose the guy right now, but he has all those followers. But I think he probably has more likes on a post about Devin Haney or something that he does. That little music video he dropped, and that's a fact. It just shows where his fame lies at. He like that. I ain't gonna get too deep. I don't want to say that. I was finna drop some. That might have been good for the kids to hear, but I ain't gonna go that far. But yeah, man, it's embarrassing the way people are pushing these fights now, man. We just had I wasn't impressed as far as with the performances. People think that everybody's impressed with the performances. No, it was terrible. Nobody was impressed with the performances. But people have to realize, months ago, I said, bro, why are they making Rolly versus Ryan? Ryan could be fighting at 47. So that'd be more entertaining. What's that, Haney versus Ramirez? Good matchup, but have you seen how Ramirez just fought recently against Barbosa? You weren't gonna be too excited as far as Ramirez's performance. You could have put anybody in the ring with Ramirez. It was gonna be the same type of fight. Ramirez ain't been just walking guys down and stopping them lately. And we seen how Ryan looked, but the thing about it is people don't want to say that Ryan looked bad because of PEDs. They trying to talk about how good Rolly looked. And they're trying to say how bad Haney looked so they can not blame Ryan for being on PEDs. Do people understand that? The only reason why these gatekeepers out here are pushing the narrative that Haney looked so bad in the fight because they don't want the narrative to be that Haney looks super good, because that would be obvious to the public, these idiots who don't have a brain, that Ryan didn't look good because of the pads. They want to keep that same image out there that he was still good. He looked the same way from the fight. Then you got people talking about some, man, that don't give you real power. If you had somebody that was strong like Wilder on PEDs and he came and punched you in the face, you have a hole in your head. So all these dudes talking about some, they don't do no power and all this other stuff, you sound like an idiot. For real, for real. Straight up. Sound like an idiot, straight up. Ryan Garcia's hook will never be that fast again. What are you talking about, man? Dude was bigger than everything. The stuff made the dude bigger. And people talking about, yeah, man, man. We got too many people commenting on certain stuff, bro. I swear, people had enough time to explain themselves as far as what they knew and what they didn't know. But it's too many people commenting on certain stuff, and the stuff is getting taken to the bank. Literally. We got fighters calling out people that's not in their division. Just fans ain't really taking it serious. They're not gonna take it serious. A lot of fans are disappointed in a lot of fighters. Bro, it's disappointing to have a fighter just like earlier people were saying about Shakur calling out certain people, they just don't like it. Yeah, that happens sometimes, but the thing is, in Shakur case, it's kind of different from other people. I say, well, I don't know, because a lot of people right now not really calling out Ryan Garcia. That's insane to me too, man. We got professional boxers. Ryan Garcia is fighting anybody from 35 to 47. We got professional boxers. You can get a big name off fighting Ryan Garcia. Nobody is talking about the rematch between him and Haney. And you don't hear no fighters calling him out. What you think? What you got people out here like, yeah, man. I don't know why people support Haney or this guy. The only people I seen heard that want to fight Ryan Garcia is I heard Booster say that, Brian Norman Jr. said it, Virgil Ortiz said it, and Devin Haney. Everybody else said it, but they ain't making no moves though. Make it happen. Make it happen. Make the fight happen. These dudes, they not trying to fight Ryan Garcia. They friends with this dude. Friends. So the only person y'all got to even go against Ryan is Haney. So you better enjoy that because that's the only rivalry he gonna have. Everybody else gonna be cool with him. Yeah, that's everybody else homeboy. That's why everybody like, yeah, man. Without Ryan, bro. I mean, without Haney, Ryan ain't got nothing to look forward to. The fans. They just ran a scam on everybody. And the reason why I'm talking about this and repeating myself and everything else, y'all gotta realize they've been talking about for a year what this dude was gonna do. I sat here like, yeah, man, let's see. It didn't happen and now everybody quiet. Nah, that ain't how it works. It's not how it works. These people can't take losses, man. It's sore losers out here. These people are sore losers. Let me go on Twitter again and check when the last time Ryan Garcia has tweeted. We might have to check on him. Might have to do a wellness check for your boy. Yeah, he might need a wellness check, man. Let's see what this dude actually has going on. And no, I did not follow him. He said something about God and that was it. Then he said hell at the end of the message. That makes sense. He said hell at the end. I haven't seen this guy since this happened. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. If my favorite boxer ever did this, got whooped like this and then went to a hole, I don't know, y'all. Couldn't do it. Yeah, man. We call that being born on third base. I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'm just being real. It is. First Gatorade athlete of all time, American. First American Gatorade boxing athlete ever. First American boxing athlete ever goes to Ryan Garcia. He earned it. Bruh, I don't know if everybody knows it. This dude gotta still live up to everything they said about him. This is the crazy part about that. He still has, unless Ryan Garcia, I already told y'all, Ryan Garcia or Teofimo was gonna retire before 30. One of them. By the time they get to 30, they out of here. I already said that, and it looked like Ryan Garcia is very close. I already said that. Because you can't move the way you're moving and make it that far. Even if you're not boxing. It's dudes that's not boxing that can't move like that. That's doing what you moving like that. You ain't gonna happen. And that's not something I'm hoping that happen. I'm just telling you what the fans gonna watch you crash out, bro. The fans gonna make you crash out. And everybody can't handle a payday. Who says that he can handle a payday? Why? Because he don't look like Haney or nobody else. Y'all don't think he can't handle he can handle a payday? No, he can't. We don't know if he can handle a payday either. Because if anybody hasn't noticed, he been crashing out since he got paid. Hasn't looked the same since he got paid. I know some other people that been getting paid that look the same. Yeah, it's way deeper than what people think. Yeah, but I don't like no front runners though. If you're gonna go and hide at the trolling and everything else, see, this is a message to the kids out here. And I'm gonna go ahead and post this later on. See, when you go out here and you say something about you gonna unalive somebody and wear a shirt like that and everything else, and you troll the fans, and then you go out here and make racial remarks, and you try to make everything a divide, and they after me, and you know, all that little stuff he was saying, save the children, which, you know, everybody wants to save a child who's in need of help. But what does that got to do with you saying? Then you come behind and you say stuff about Muslims and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Then you want to go do a business with a Muslim. So you can't stand on business. We see that already. You couldn't even stand on business for 12 months. So you say something about a Muslim, you run over there, go get some help from a Muslim. Then he goes to the ring during the fight. He go at Ryan's corner, and Turki Al-Sheikh is like, "Hey man, pick it up." You know what I'm saying? Right now, it look like you scamming me. You know what I'm saying? Taking my money out my pocket. Everybody telling me about the left hook. Oh, y'all want to see something else? Oh, let me show y'all something else. This is exclusive right here. Nobody has seen this, I don't think, or nobody has talked about this. Give me, where is it at, bro? I think I saved it last night. Let me check my phone real quick. I don't want to say it because if I said this, somebody gonna know what I'm talking about. But I seen a post. Y'all gonna want to see this. Y'all gonna definitely want to see this. It's either on Instagram. I think it's on Instagram. I think it's on Instagram. If it ain't on Instagram, it might be on Twitter. Bear with me for a minute. Y'all gonna want to see this. Y'all definitely gonna want to see this. When I seen this, I said, man, yeah, Turki basically, he let me know that he definitely didn't have, he had issues with what Ryan said. You know, Turki never addressed what Ryan Garcia actually said. But I wish I would have did this live. Man, I be finding a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't never get a chance to really talk about it because it be like 20 things. But man, let me find this post real quick. But yeah, Turki basically let it be known that he didn't appreciate what Ryan was doing as far as the antics and the results of the Rolly fight was horrible. It was horrible. Like, it didn't live up to the expectations. A lot of people was telling him about making this guy the main event, and you know, it didn't live up to the expectations. It was definitely disappointing. Yeah, but let me go to find this real quick. I'm gonna find this exactly real quick. But Turki basically was letting everybody know that that Ryan guy y'all been telling me about, yeah, that guy ain't show up. I don't know what's going on, but y'all said he was him, but he ain't him. What's up with that? Man, where is it at? That boy Turki a savage. Hey man, dang, let me do this. That boy Ryan thought he had a chance. Hey, did y'all notice that Ryan thought he had a chance of beating Rolly? I don't know if everybody peeped that. Did y'all peep that? Ryan was shaking his hands like, yeah. And Oscar looked like he finna pass out. Mike Coffey looked like he finna cry. Oh, Ryan. So let me react to this real quick because Ryan missing the action. Dang, let me get the whole thing real quick. My bad, y'all. Look at this other one. Dude's finna cry. Yeah, but Turkey basically let it be known, like, man, I took care of old boy, man. Don't even worry about it. Well, look at this. Look what Turkey Al-Sheikh has said while Oscar over here looking like he finna cry. Look what Turkey Al-Sheikh has said over here. Rolando Romero shut down the hype and beat Ryan Garcia in the heart of Times Square. The spotlight was at its brightest and he owned every second of it. Now let's dissect this because, you know, people don't really look at that. Bro, when I tell y'all, I look at everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? I look at everything. I take my job very seriously. I ain't come up here to play. Rolando Romero shut down the hype. So what hype is Turkey Al-Sheikh referring to? So what hype? What does Turkey Al-Sheikh feel like they hyped up? And who is he talking about? We're going to go through all this. So the hype, let's go through hype. So hype, okay, that has to be right, Ryan Garcia, right? So they've been hyping up Ryan Garcia. Turkey Al-Sheikh said that hype got shut down Friday. He was ringside. He seen whatever hype they were saying about Ryan Garcia and the left hook, this and that. I was live. They shut that hype down. This dude was garbage, allegedly. He's like, this dude was garbage. They shut that down Friday. Whatever hype he had going on, with nobody talking about him when I left. Only thing I heard when I left was Haney. So the hype that Ryan Garcia had off of Haney's name, it's not real. Nobody cares about this guy. Nobody. None of the YouTubers, none of the reporters who've been posting about him, who've been gushing about that left hook. None of these guys who put Ryan Garcia, they didn't treat Ryan Garcia better than Canelo the last 12 months. None of these fake fans. Matter of fact, Canelo fought this weekend. They still ain't talking about that guy. And he just became 2-time undisputed. Nobody cares. Turkey says shut down the hype. So Turkey is letting everybody know that y'all been in my inbox telling me about making Ryan Garcia main event. Make sure you work with him, the left hook, please, Turkey. You gonna save boxing if you make Ryan the main event. Turkey like, okay, what names y'all want? We good with Rolly. We like the Rolly fight. We asked for that last year before Haney stepped in and messed everything up. We wanted to see Rolly. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all Rolly then. He ain't a 47 though. They say Ryan 47. Did y'all fans know that Ryan was 47? Yeah, we know he's 47. We just not gonna admit it. We knew that he's been 47 before he fought Haney. He was already fighting 140s. I mean, he always was fighting 135s and 140. So yeah, we knew that already. So that's the hype that Turkey is talking about. This overhyped guy. This guy has been hyped up, and Turkey is like, quit bothering me and wasting my cash on this prospect. That's what Turkey is saying. Quit wasting my money on these prospects and get me the real deal before I leave this country on the first thing smoking. Y'all better thank God that Turkey ain't make y'all pay for that crap. Everybody talking about, man, why Turkey ain't got a crowd? Why he ain't got people that could just stand around and be right there? Because Turkey don't know how good this guy is. Turkey like, I don't know how good this guy is. They talk about this left hook. Dude just quit against Tank last year. I'm a real boxing fan. I watch boxing. Dude hyped up. I ain't hear nothing about this guy until that Haney fight. That's what Turkey's saying. And he beat Ryan Garcia. And he beat him. And he beat him. And let me go double check something. Because I'm like that. I'm about to go see if Turkey had any other comments about any other boxers like that. I'm not being messy, Turkey. You know you my dog. I just got to check real quick. Because if he ain't said nothing else about no boxers like that, it's going to be hard to go against what I'm talking about. Might have to move around on this one. I'm going to be real with you, OG. Might have to move around on this one. If Turkey ain't said nothing else about no other fighter like that, y'all might have to move around. Turkey says Canelo came and conquered. Legacy continues. He ain't say nothing about William Skull getting beat. Let me keep looking. Anything else about any other boxer, Turkey? Anybody else? Hey, man, Turkey don't like these cowards, bro. I'm being real with you. Shout out my dog, Turkey. Turkey don't like these cowards. These fighters y'all like, bro, Turkey don't like these dudes. I'm being real with you. Turkey don't like a lot of these guys. I ain't gonna put Turkey on a blast. I'm gonna do it this. I just gotta do it this one time, Turkey. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do it this one time. But I ain't put Turkey on blast the other times. But I know a couple of fighters Turkey don't like. These dudes be behind the scenes crying and whining. Turkey like, bruh. You know, I know a couple of fighters I know he don't like. I can tell, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, shut down the hype, though. That's a statement from Turkey. I just went down the list. He didn't say anything else about any other fighters like this. Dude's hyped up, man. Dude is hyped up. I know people don't like what I say, but hey, it ain't no cap. That's why you don't like it. You doing too much capping out here. You don't want it to be short and sweet. You want it to turn something it ain't. That's what they really want to do. Turkey out here exposing. Y'all see that? Shut them down. Shut down the hype. And I promise I'm talking about some important stuff today. I'm not just on here talking. I just ain't get my thoughts together. I gotta start writing things down a lot more. But yeah, I'm definitely glad I remembered that one. That was one important thought. I told y'all I had like 10 of them before I got on here. That was one of them I had remembered. Turkey said, shut down the hype. So yeah, it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure right now Turkey is not getting any messages about any fantasy fights, including Ryan Garcia, Canelo. He's just not. It's a good reason, but he's definitely not. It's not gonna happen. See, people gotta realize, man, it's a good thing to make sure that fighters get a chance to showcase their skills. But if you really love a fighter, you would definitely hope that they get developed. You know what I'm saying? Because certain times people look at big names and even fighters in the past that fought big names. Yeah, but it was still levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that Floyd was fighting back in the day wasn't no Manny Pacquiao when he was putting guys like Oscar and everybody to sleep, making Oscar quit and everybody else. One thing I know as a boxing fan, some of my favorite fighters, they ain't gonna never be in a situation like that where they gotta quit. They gonna throw the flag in. I mean, not the flag, but you know, towel in. But yeah, a lot of these guys, they quit. They quitters, man. To be honest with you, Ryan made no effort to get through that Rolly fight, and people don't even want to critique that. That's how nasty the sport of boxing is right now. Nobody will even critique the point that Ryan did not even try to go after this guy. Haney was still going after Ryan to the point where he won the last round. That's the difference between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. Devin Haney, if he's in a ring with somebody who has a weapon, he'll be able to walk them down with no weapon. If Ryan Garcia is in a ring with somebody who has no weapon and he has no weapon, he's still gonna get whooped. And he ain't gonna walk the guy down. And he needs a beer to toughen himself up. Allegedly. But yeah, it ain't working, man. It ain't working. Right now we seeing reality come, you know, everybody think this is Spider-Verse. And you seeing reality happen right now before everybody's very eyes. All this fighter gonna do this and this, that's gonna go away real quick. By the time 2026 come around, it'll be a couple of fantasy fights out there. You know, Tank's still gonna have some fights that people want to see him have. If he ain't retired by then. And, you know, Canelo he not getting no requests, so his time is fast. No disrespect, I'm just being real. Nobody requested any fights from him. Like I said, they won't even acknowledge he's 2-time undisputed. So his time is fast. Ryan, no real fans. I said that people thought I was being disrespectful, but as I've said, been 4 or 5 days I've been talking about this guy. I haven't had one person come through and say, hey man, I'm a Ryan fan and I feel like this, and this. No. They're just secretly in the background hating for no reason. This world cannot grow with people like this. If you don't call these people out and spray raid on these people, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think the preacher or the priest goes and preaches and gives the word and everything? You got to teach and expose and bring the demons out of these people. Because trust me, when they start lying about boxing, that's demonic too. It's not even that serious, bro. You could have said that lie to save somebody's life or something. Like, hey man, no, I ain't got no money, you know. I ain't got nothing on me. Then you pull out your firearm and save everybody. Now that's a good time to lie. It ain't a good time to lie when somebody's sitting up here like, well, man, this guy ain't fought nobody. I don't know what PEDs are. I don't think they matter. You got boxers that's professional, that's agreeing with people who never boxed or played sports a day in their life about PEDs don't matter. And boxers would be like, yeah, that's right, you casual who never watched boxing a day in your life. You right. Everybody who watch boxing every day, they wrong. These casuals, yeah. Yeah, man, these casuals, they right. Then the boxer turn around, why I ain't got no supporters at my fight? Man, these black people don't want to support, man. All I do is agree with these casuals all day. But man, my diehard fans, they don't want to support me. Why? Why my community don't want to support? All I do is lie all day. Why I ain't getting no support? Man, you had fighters that was out here scared to say that Terrence Crawford was a good fighter. These dudes are so weak. Do y'all understand that? They had people out here that was scared to say Terrence Crawford is a good fighter. Hey man, Terrence Crawford one of the best. Bro, do you know if you go back and look at interviews, you can't even find nobody to say that? And they do it with this generation. And they do it with the next generation. And the next one. And the next one. Man, ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all still building up fights? Now you see now, when these people can go out there and fight just whoever they want to, they start looking regular. Turkey got these boxers looking regular. These dudes is out here pissing in cups now. They get drug tested. They getting blood tested. They're looking regular. A lot of people that been hyping up these fighters, like we've been telling y'all, hey, these guys is on the sauce. They ain't that good. We supporting these guys because we love boxing, but you know, these guys really ain't that good. It's a lot of shady stuff going on behind the scenes. Oh man, y'all just hating. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a lot of guys, and it's been a lot of guys that we've been telling y'all that's on PEDs that been looking horrible against these guys. As a matter of fact, let me see. I would talk about it now, but I don't want to talk about it right now. I will talk about it right now, but I don't even want to talk about it right now. Because when I say something real like that, I don't think people be understanding that. And I'm going out on a limb saying half the stuff I say now. You know, they already trying to ban your boy when we say stuff like what I be saying, but I'm really going out on a limb saying some of the stuff I'm saying now. But I'll just repeat that little part. But it's a lot of these guys, they look the same over the weekend. Everybody talking about how Haney don't look the same. Well, okay. Let's just say Haney didn't look the same this weekend. Your favorite fighter looked just the same way that Haney did. So, and with less competition. The fighters they fought went no 2 times, 3 times, whatever. It went no respected 2 times like y'all say. Because these days they calling guys undisputed trash. So being a champion don't really hold the value like it used to. If you calling somebody undisputed trash. But yeah, people don't want to admit that, but a lot of these dudes' favorite fighters finna be looking regular. That's why they was hitting the bank, taking their time coming over there with Turkey. Oh yeah, let me just make this fight up. Let me just go ahead and do this. I'm telling y'all right now, Mexico is embarrassed by the way Canelo fought this weekend. You can have all these black dudes over here trying to tell you about Skull and how he was running, and you have all these people over here trying to tell you about how Skull looked bad and trying to speak up and break their neck for Canelo, and everything else. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the dude looked trash, man. Everybody know he looked trash. Mexico thinks he looks trash this weekend. They are embarrassed by his performance. Period. They are embarrassed by Canelo's performance this weekend. You can let these people out here try to convince you otherwise and everything else. This little American narrative they trying to push, it is what it is. But a lot of these people seeing his performance, and they're not even asking about him fighting Benavidez. They're not even asking for Canelo to fight Benavidez. People realize this weekend, hey man, Canelo, this Crawford fight gonna be his last fight. That I'm gonna really, really pay attention to. Because I already noticed last week what was going on. I already noticed what I already did. I said, man, Ryan Garcia getting more publicity than Canelo. So when people say, oh, Canelo did this in the game, he did this in boxing, no matter what Canelo did in boxing, these people are still ready to replace him right now. They're ready to replace Canelo right now with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia that had never been a champion. These people that throw accolades, pay-per-view sales, all this stuff up. They ready to replace Canelo with Ryan Garcia right now. Right now. That's disrespectful to Mexican boxers. Because that show right now, no matter how much pride you got, they still gonna say you ain't got enough followers on pay-per-view sales like Ryan Garcia. Even though he doesn't have proof of selling those on his own. And I'm waiting on them numbers to come out that he got for Rolly versus Rolly. So in a week and a half, I should hear Dick Glazer come out and say something about some numbers. Cause the message I heard from him was, it sounded like Rolly wrote. It sounded like this message Rolly wrote, not Rolly, but Ryan Garcia wrote. So I want to see him come up with a message about why these pay-per-view sales was low. Because it sounded like a whole bunch of people that was complaining didn't pay for the fight anyway. That's what it sounded like to me. I ain't hear too many people that was complaining and say, man, I paid for this. Am I tripping, or did y'all not hear anybody say that either? I ain't hear too many people say, man, I paid for this, man. I can't believe they did this. I went out here and paid for this fight, and they went out here and did this and performed like this. I didn't hear too much of that. Ain't a lot of people supporting Ryan Garcia right now, or have been. Them numbers starting to look flimsy. We gonna find out what them numbers is with Turkey. One thing with Turkey is you ain't gotta worry about no fake numbers. People say, oh man, the numbers is fake. I mean, the numbers is low. They probably low because they the real numbers, and them fake numbers y'all been seeing ain't real. We gonna find out now how many people support boxing. We putting out super cards with Ryan and Haney and all these other people, TFM on them. And we're going to see how many people support them. They say the fans don't support, but we'll see. And they're picking certain fighters they want to promote. Not the best. That's why Turkey knows right now, boxing is not focused on who's the best. It's a popularity contest that is going to soon become about being the best. But right now, it's not about being the best. Canelo and Crawford, that's about being the best. Right, Ryan fighting Rolly without the sauce, that's about being the best. Yeah, Rolly look like he actually been in the gym. See, when people look at Rolly, you can tell he actually take boxing serious. He actually in the gym. When you see a guy like Ryan drinking beer and everything else, and you think he naturally got like that, okay. And how he look now in the ring after this fight. They don't want to talk about this man's performance, man. He has no value in boxing. See, people get mad at me because I say, hey, man, just get a guy like Ryan, help him grow organically. You know, don't try to fast track him to a quick payday like Tank because everybody wants to see him quit in a couple rounds. Like, to be honest with you, I'm going to be real about it. The only thing that they got out of Tank and Ryan Garcia was big numbers. The man quit in the middle of the fight, and that was it. And one of the most expensive fights ever. Man quit in the middle of the fight. And that was it. So yeah, it's a lot of things going on, but Turkey knows. Turkey knows now who wants to fight, who wants the real big fights, who's in the background making too much commotion, asking for special privileges and no, not him, and I don't want to fight him next, and this guy, not him, or all that stuff, man. He know what's going on. He already knows it. Already knows. Dudes ain't trying to do the rematch for this fight. Yeah, Turkey is a beast, man. Changing the game of boxing already. See, ain't nobody gonna be unbiased like that and say, yeah, see, Turkey's the only one that gave Rolly credit to the point where he said, yeah, he shut him down. Everybody else just like, yeah, you know, I ain't gonna disrespect Ryan like that. Favoritism, like super favorite, it's favoritism. Y'all gotta understand that. These people are biased, bro. They are biased. They support one person, that's it. And most people, they don't even like Ryan. They do it because they feel like protecting Ryan is like protecting Tank's resume or whatever. Man, I'm gonna let everybody know this right now. Everybody on Tank resume done got whooped before. So trying to protect Ryan and everything else, that ain't gonna do nothing. Everybody on his resume get whooped. Yeah, everybody. So I'm glad Turkey Yellow Sheet did what he did. Yeah, Turkey said the hype is over, man. He said Rolly shut down. Said Rolly shut down the hype, boy. I'm glad he put that message out there. We need that. Turkey said he shut down the hype. Yeah, man, we haven't seen real honest promoters in a long time. A lot of these guys is complaining after fights. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I know Turkey in the background, like, man, these promoters is pieces of crap, bro. They know who buys. These dudes only complaining about certain people. Yeah, man, y'all gotta realize Turkey ain't never been over here in America and had to deal with certain fights and fighters and promoters. So he's starting to realize what the boxing industry is and how biased they are. It's not a good look, man, to be honest with you. People not really thinking about that, but they kind of embarrassing the country the way they being biased right now. Nah, not kind of embarrassing the country. They are embarrassing the country. He's seeing why boxing is not growing. They don't want it to grow. You can't tear down a fighter all the time and think that the sport is gonna grow. Then you tearing down guys that's actually exciting. Have y'all noticed that? They tearing down the exciting fighters, but then they want to celebrate the boring guys. Then they'll try to make it seem like, oh, it's just one boring guy this weekend. They don't want to celebrate the real fighters. Everything that's going on hasn't grown the sport. Everything. Commentating during the fight, reporting, ESPN, the apps, HBO, Showtime. All this stuff has led to destroying the sport little by little. Because now you created a system to where it's corrupt. And it picks and chooses. And you have fan bases that go along with stuff. These fans are robots. They fall in line, then they okay with how everything is. Then they want to complain at the fighters. Then you have fighters that get online, they'll yell at YouTubers and everything. Ain't no YouTubers out here that's hitting the like on lies all day, as far as when you posting tweets or whatever. Because a lot of boxers be capping. If every time a boxer posts something and it was the truth, no fans will have to go on YouTube. If everybody knew that. Most of the time, fans is going to the YouTube or something to go get the news. They go to YouTube to get the news because they couldn't get it on ESPN. They couldn't get it on, allegedly. They couldn't get it on platforms around the world that's mainstream media that's been reporting news since the early times, since television been around. So basically, we have a history of people that's been telling lies in boxing the entire time. Then we have offspring of these people repeating those lies without doing research. Then they're trying to say, hey, yeah, this is the way everything is. This is the way boxing been going. And this is why boxing is going downhill and down, 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 down. This is why UFC is more important. This is why UFC can do live betting. You can't even do live betting in boxing because it's so corrupt. Do y'all understand that? Before I get off of this live today. Boxing is so out of touch with the real world. You can't even do live betting. It's one of the only sports you can't even do live betting on because dudes out here taking knees, got braids flying in their eye, and people is picking and choosing when they want to believe and when they don't. So yeah, you got guys taking stuff, and then when you find out they did take something, you already put a bet down, so you can't get your money back. It's like, dang, at this point, did y'all, people is taking money like they knew about something already. Dang, you look like this was a setup. It only take one time to rob the whole bank. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about that. It only take one time to hit the bank to cash out. You ain't gotta go rob no bank 2 or 3 times. It only take one time. I'll just say that. But yeah, Turkey came in right on time. I'll just say that. Definitely did. But yeah, it's good. I don't think losses are affecting guys' careers, but like I told everybody, not scoring a fight, having boxing fans that watch boxing every day that can't score a fight, that feel like everybody is trash except one boxer, bro, it's only gonna go so far, bro. I mean, the math ain't gonna add it up, bro. It's common sense. It's only gonna go so far. After this weekend we just had, you can't put no bigger names on no cards. It's only gonna go so far. These are the people everybody wanted. These are the chosen ones. It's crazy because before Canelo fought William Skull, everybody was talking about how the accolades. Oh, it's for 2-time undisputed. It's for 2-time undisputed. Then the fight is bad. Everybody like, oh, well, it wasn't a good fight. It wasn't exciting. That ain't why you picked the fight. You picked the fight so this man could be happy. That's why. You picked that fight because that man, so he could be happy. That was it. They really didn't have to face the guy. Really didn't. He could have fought Skull last year. They had already said before he fought Berlanga, hey man, you can fight Skull. He could have got that fight out of the way already. But like I said, man, people, and then one thing I'm gonna say before I get off, people always said, oh well, Canelo, he gonna knock Crawford out and everything. People seen how old Canelo got that fast, bro. You see how everybody saying Canelo's old now? It happens that fast. Now everybody think he old. Think about that. Now everybody thinks he old. They're not gonna say it, but they think Canelo's an old man and that he's not the same. So the support for these guys, it be like backhanded support. I don't think it'd be like genuine love, because if it was, when certain boxers lose, people be concerned. Like, man, what happened, man? Like, bro, he was supposed to show up, man. What happened? Ain't nobody asking about none of these guys' performances. They don't care. But that's a real boxing fan these days. But that's all I got, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through, liking this.